Hi guys, welcome to Stat for Med. So today we are going to talk about a very small and a very important and a very basic topic. Okay, so we are going to see pathology introduction to pathology. Okay, so you may be a college student and you have finished already your last semester and you are getting your new semester timetable and you see a new subject called pathology. Okay, so just like this cat, you don't have to panic by saying the word pathology in your timetable. So we'll see what is pathology in this video, and I'm pretty sure we'll understand it very well. Okay, so maybe you are a school student who has just finished your A level and you are just wondering what you should do for your higher studies, in which pathway, and maybe what is your future career. So let me just give you a hint. So if you enjoy anatomy and physiology, and if you prefer to work in a lab behind a microscope, and if you are drawn to the scientific, analytical, technical aspect of medicine, or if you enjoy solving mysteries or finding answers to the unknown, just like Sherlock Holmes, you should consider a career in pathology. Okay, so now we are going to say what we are going to talk about this in this video. We are going to see the definition of pathology, we are going to see the subdivisions of pathology, we are going to see the scope of pathology, and finally we are going to see the terminology used in pathology. So let's go ahead with the first thing is the definition of pathology. So pathology is the scientific basis of clinical medicine. Pathology is the scientific basis of clinical medicine. Okay, so if you are confused about this definition, just don't worry, you will get it in this video. At the end of the video, you will get what this sentence is. Okay, so the next thing is you here see an old man. Okay, this is just an animated clip, and here you see another old man. Okay, but now this is just an animated clip, but this old man is very important in pathology. Actually, he's very important because he is the father of pathology. Okay, so his name is Rudolf Virchow. Actually, he is very famous for his contribution in cell theory. So if you ask what is cell theory is actually the a hypothesis or some debates. There were debates in the past about how a cell divides and everything. So he had major contributions in cell theory. Okay, next. Okay, so the next thing is subdivision of pathology. Actually, there is two categories in pathology mainly. One is general pathology, where it deals with the general principles of the disease, and the second one is systemic pathology. It deals with the study of diseases pertaining to specific organs and body systems. So these two definitions, you don't have to keep it in mind, but just the difference of these two will enable you to understand what these two are. So in general pathology, you mainly look at it at the cellular level or the tissue level, whereas in systemic pathology, you look at the disease with the specific organs and body systems. Okay, so this is a much larger scale. Okay, just keep it in mind. Okay, so the next thing is scope of pathology. So scope of pathology is what is inside pathology. So pathology consists of histopathology, cytology, hematology, microbiology, immunology, genetics, and forensic. Okay, so these are few examples what pathology contains, and I'm pretty sure these are some very big words, but you must have heard even one or two out of these. So let's go ahead. One thing, I have highlighted the first three words of this slide. So actually these three make up the base of pathology. Okay, so let's go one by one. What is histopathology? So here you see a microscope and a slide. Okay, so histopathology is viewing a tissue section under a microscope. Okay, whereas cytology means the study of cells. Okay, when you have a disease or something, when you have a disease, so you are looking for what are the changes in the cells due to the disease condition. So in hematology means, hemat means blood. Here you can see some neutrophils and blood cells. So hematology means studying of the blood related diseases. Okay, so here just a tip, and for your interest I'm telling. So here you can see at the end of every word, like all these words until immunology, so you can see here logy, 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 logy. So what does this logy means? Why is it common? So logy means in Latin it's study. Okay, so just remember all the like most of the, not all, but most of the medical terms are related to Latin. Okay, so just remember Latin. Okay. Okay, so the next thing is about the clinical terms used in pathology. So you can see here skin abscess, lung cancer, cirrhosis, primary hypertension. Okay, so these four diseases you must have heard, you might have heard. So they are very common nowadays. And here you see etiology, pathogenesis, morphological and functional features, complications, and sequelae. Okay, so actually what is this? Okay, what are these terms? Actually these terms are very much used in the when talking about pathology. Okay, so we'll go one by one. Etiology. What is etiology? When you talk about etio is a etio meaning cause. Okay, and logy, as I said before, it means the study. So study of the cause. When you take, there are so many diseases in the world, and there are so many diseases in the world, and also there are so many causative agents which causes those diseases. Okay, so there are here there are some few examples like Staphylococcus aureus. Actually Staphylococcus aureus is an bacteria, so it can be a bacteria, it can be smoking, so it can be environmental or genetic factors, or it can be a virus, or maybe the cause is unknown yet. Okay. Okay, so the next thing is pathogenesis. Pathogenesis means pathway. Okay, so what does these causative agents do to your body, do inside your body? Okay, that is pathogenesis. How do they react inside your body? Okay, the next thing is morphological and functional features. Now remember, there are two words, morphological and functional. If they ask you in exam, write morphology of lung tumor. So if they ask something like that, morphology means you have to divide your answer to two parts. One is gross features, the other one is microscopical features. Okay, gross features and microscopical features. In gross features, what you are seeing is that what do you see to your naked eye? What do you see in a lung tumor? To your naked eye. Okay, so it may be the change in size of the organ, or change in color of the organ, or anything. Okay, and when it comes to the microscopical features, so what do you see under the microscope? Okay, so that may be an increase in number of cells, or maybe the cell has enlarged, or maybe cells has undergone deformity, maybe the nucleus has become pushed to the periphery of the cell, so something like that. And here the functional features are mainly like the blood pressure may be changed, like you do several tests, right? When you go to the hospital, they give you several tests. So maybe some basic tests, we'll take some basic tests. So maybe high blood pressure, or your glucose level maybe have different, and maybe you see creatine in urine. Okay, or maybe you find so many abnormal things in your basic test. Okay, so those are the functional features. So complications and sequelae finally. So what does this complications and sequelae means? This is the final result, or this is the disease, or this is the clinical symptoms which are shown by the patient due to these etiological factors. Okay, so this is the end result. Here it causes septicemia, metastasis, liver failure, and cerebral hemorrhage. Okay, so that's it of this video. So I'm going to end this video with a little quote by William Osler. Actually, talking about William Osler, William Osler is the first person to say that the medical students should not be only limited to the lecture hall and the lectures. They also should get some clinical exposure, clinical practice. So he said that to study the phenomenon of disease without books is to sail uncharted sea, while to study books without patience is not to go to the sea at all. Okay, so Thank you guys for listening to my video. If you like it, please hit a like and please subscribe to my channel, as well as if you have any questions, please do let me know in the comment section below. I'll try to reply as soon as possible. Thank you and have a good day.